Hey there, thanks for joining me today, Brian. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So thank you for joining us as well. In this week's video, we're talking about tire care. So there's different things that we should be paying attention to when it comes to caring for our tires, to making sure that they are safe and reliable, but also just making sure that we're replacing them when we need to be replacing them and so on. So Brian, go ahead and just kind of jump into tire care with me and tell me what the most important things are that people should be looking for and paying attention to.
Good. Well, there's a lot to tires, obviously, and they're really important
Yeah.
because they're what keep your vehicle stuck to the road,
Absolutely.
right? That's what
Yep.
For accelerating and stopping and turning.
Your car can't go anywhere or do anything without the tires.
Absolutely, yeah. And bad tires will get you in trouble, cause accidents, so on and so forth. So for tire care, it's really important to keep the inflation properly. Most people don't pay attention to that. Thank God, newer vehicles, most of them have tire pressure monitors.
Yeah.
A light will come on to say you've got a low tire.
Absolutely.
So that helps a lot. But that only is within a certain window of the proper inflation. So you could still be in the window of and not have the light come on.
Okay.
And be wearing tires prematurely, having it pull left or right, compromise your fuel economy, handling, and so forth. So it's a good idea periodically to check the tire pressure. Small tire pressure gauges, we give them out for free at the counter. If you just stop in, we'll give you a tire pressure gauge. And especially for changing seasons, the tire pressure can change 5 psi. Just from cold temperatures to warm temperatures,
Wow.
from like winter to summer.
Okay.
So it's a good idea, like when it gets cold in the fall or right before winter, you make an adjustment there, have to bring the pressure up a little bit. And then once the weather warms up, you'll knock it down a little bit to keep it the right inflation. Also, having the proper alignment. If the alignment's off or the steering and suspension components are worn, shocks and struts are worn, it destroys tires really, really quick.
Yeah, and your tires are going to be worn in completely different ways, like wearing in areas that they probably shouldn't be, right?
Right, yeah, inside edge or outside edge, or they can, even when the shocks and struts are bad and the tire spends a lot of time bouncing on the pavement instead of stuck down to it, you can start to get like a feathering pattern, and then they get real noisy, and you can hear them going down the road, and at that point, once they get that bad, you can't do anything to replace them.
Okay. You know, I really like the point that you made about the tire pressure changes just from, like hot weather to cold weather. And obviously, where we're located in Northeast Ohio, like when the season changes, that's something that people probably don't think about. I wouldn't think about that, to make sure that my tire pressure matches the season. And I know that there's, different types of tires out there. There's all season and, winter tires, and that's a different conversation, and there are videos out there about that. So if you want to learn about that too, make sure you're checking out the blog. We have a lot of videos at weberautomotive.com similar to this, where we're just talking about important things you should know as a vehicle owner, different things about maintenance and all that good stuff. So thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.